So in this video, I'm gonna be installing these flush hood pins, which is like this. So they're gonna go on the hood because my hood release latch doesn't work and it's like broken. So I'm just gonna install this. It should make it really easy. It should be easy to put in. So I'm gonna get to it and show you guys how I'm gonna do it. So I've got these, and pretty much what I'm gonna do is I have to take off that little thing right there, which essentially just goes in the hole and locks it into place. I'm gonna leave the latch because that doesn't lock it. I just have to lift it up and it'll come off. But I do need to remove these little things with the springs on them so I can close it. And I think what I'm gonna do is probably put them something like that. I think that'll probably look the best. Something like, yeah. Probably just go with the body lines so it looks straight, you know. But what I'm gonna do is take advantage of these holes that are on either side right there. So there's one right there, there's also one right there. And they're both the same distance across, which is good. So I'm just gonna have to drill a bigger hole for these. And they'll go in like that. And then I have to drill a hole directly above it into the hood, out of there. And then I'm gonna have to cut out of the hood the shape of this right here. So it's not gonna be too bad, but it's gonna be some measuring and making sure everything's straight and even. But I'm gonna start with drilling the holes big enough for them to go in there. And then I'll get back to you after I do that. So the only thing you really gotta be careful of when you're doing stuff like this is making sure you're not hitting anything. There's that wire right there I had to take out, but it was directly underneath where I'm drilling this hole. And I already drilled a smaller hole, pulling up the sides, just to make sure I don't ruin it. Yeah, so that's just something you want to take into account. So I drilled it just a little bit bigger than I would have liked to, but it's still fine. It still goes in. It's just got like a little bit of wiggle room, but it's got washers and nuts on each side, so it'll stay in place, but it's fine, you know, it's not that big a deal. But I still gotta do the other side and then bolt it in. So what I've done is I put this in. It's not tight all the way, so it's a little bit loose, but I made sure to make it straight when I put the hood down, and I put a little tiny bit of grease. And so I marked it, I don't know if you'll be able to see it right there with the grease, and I drilled a hole just enough so you'll be able to see it. And then now I'm gonna drill from the top down, make sure it's big enough to go through, and then I gotta mark it with this, make sure it's even on both sides, and then I gotta cut out that. So we'll get that going. Drilled the hole all the way through, and I just used the grinder right here to just grind off because there's some metal bits around it. So I still gotta cut the whole shape for it, so I'm gonna do that right now. I marked out, that's where I'm gonna have to cut, right around there through the hood, because these bolts need to have enough space, that much, to be able to screw in. So I'm gonna cut out this and hopefully just slap it in there. So I got the hole cut out. It looks super crappy when you look at it underneath, but that was like the best I could do with the grinder. But I mean, I still got to cut these parts off, trim them off, but for now I got them bent in to the point where I can just get these screws in. And you can't see it, which is good, but I still need to screw those in. It's just gonna be a little bit hard. And then I'll cut this off after I know everything fits. I can cut the right hole for this, and then adjust this down because this has got to go down further just so it fits. Just got a little beat up, but it's fine. So I finished this up yesterday. I just didn't get to the other one, but I had to do a bunch of adjusting on this because I didn't realize how low the bottom of this part was gonna hit. So I had to like kind of bang that support bar down a little bit. So that's why it's not flat. Had to cut all around that to fit the nuts in there. I just removed that completely, but it'll be fine. It works and it's sturdy. I just got to do this side, and then we'll be good. So that's pretty much it. I just got to cut that side out now. Just got to finish cutting this one. I still got the tape, so I still got to take it off. I just didn't drill any holes. This one came out a lot better though. I just got to take the tape off, drill the holes for each one, and then we'll be good to go. And then I got to put the little latch back on. And the hole lines up perfectly. Obviously you just have to adjust it. I didn't tighten it down all the way, so it's still a little bit loose, but yeah, it's like right on where it needs to be. Just perfect. So I'm gonna take this tape off, drill the holes, put the nuts in, and then adjust that. And then do some little bit more adjusting on this because it's not all the way center. And then we'll be good to go. So I'm basically, so this is how I'm gonna be doing this. Just like a light, I'm just using this caliper paint because I know it'll be good with like heat and stuff like that. I'm not trying to color match it or anything or do a super good coat, but I just wiped it down and I taped off the areas I don't want to get paint on. I'm just trying to paint the raw metal so it doesn't rust and try and prevent it from chipping up too much. So put a little piece of cardboard behind it. I'm gonna do the front and then I'm gonna do the back as well. I already did that over there a while ago, so I'm gonna start getting to that. All right, so I just finished them. They all lock. Open and close. I'm gonna go for a drive and make sure it doesn't flop all over the place. I just shook the hood up and down in my hand and it seems fine, so I'm sure it'll be okay, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna put that back on there, that little like insulation piece on top, but I might because you can kind of see like the rough cuts, so I don't know, we'll see after I drive and come back how I'm feeling. But yeah, I'll see you after a drive. Alright, so I took a drive with it and it's pretty good. It doesn't move that much, just a little bit. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this latch back on. It's not gonna lock it, basically it just keeps it in place, just like normal head latch. And then once these are up, you just lift it up like this and it'll come back up. And then I think probably what I'm gonna do is just put this back on too. I don't know. Yeah, I'll just put it back on. Why not? And then put that on. So I'll get to it. So the latches all work, which is good. So everything's nice and tight, which is good. I got this. The latch is there. Goes right there. Everything works how it should, which is good. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's flush. That's how it's supposed to look. I know it's dirty all around, so I need to wash it. But yeah, that's how it's supposed to look. It's cuz down here, that's, I don't know if you can see it, but that's where the original lever would go. Pull it like that and then the hood would release up, but I just completely pulled it out because it wasn't working right. So yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good. It adds like a nice look to the car. It's not too tacky. So it's good and it kind of fits it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, if you got any ideas, let me know. I would kind of like to paint it gloss black, but I'm not sure if that's what I want to do because it adds kind of a nice contrast to it, because it's still black but it's like dark grayish. Yeah, there's still some things here and there I need to do. I need to get some more bumper clips for these. I need to bang out this fender on both sides. It's like bent in, or I might just buy a new fender, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, it's a nice little project. That's just another thing I got down, so see what I do next. Yeah. So if you made it this far, I appreciate you watching. Thank you. Like and subscribe if you want to. Don't have to. Just, I'll have more videos in the future. I think my next video is gonna be me cleaning it, like washing the outside. Yeah, it really needs it. So I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share it, tell a friend. I don't know. Thank you. I'll see you next time.